Welcome everyone to Retro Rejects. This is where we give the weird, wild, and wacky past its moment to shine, or cringe. In this episode, we're going to be talking about baggage. Baggage was a dating game show that ran for 2 seasons between 2010 and 2012 on the Game Show Network. Here in South Africa, it was on some random DSTV channel. I can't really remember. But the essential basic premise is that a contestant will choose between 3 potential matches who will sporadically reveal embarrassing secrets from small to medium to large suitcases. Because nothing says romance like confessing that
I communicate telepathically with my dog. That is crazy.
Every few months, I have to remind myself that this show did, in fact, exist. See, a show like this would be run-of-the-mill if it wasn't for the fact that a lot of the baggage that is being presented on this show is completely unhinged and hilarious. See, this show is Jerry Springer show coded, right? It's these normal people confessing these weird things on national television. Now, I know that was a lot of air quotes, but I'll come back to that in a second. Let's talk about some of the weird pieces of baggage that appear on the show. Now, for obvious reasons, you need to build up to the more intense baggage. So the small baggage is like this quirky little thing that might seem trivial, like
I cry when I watch The Bachelorette.
But then the dial is turned up just a little bit for the medium baggage, which is something like
I scan men's testicles in prison all day.
And then the bomb drops with the big baggage, which is something insane like
I locked an X in the trunk of my car.
Squeeze me? A baking powder?
Oof, yikes. Okay, so now revealing 3 bits of weird baggage is fine, but it's not a show. See, a show has some suspense. Cringe moments, I guess. And maybe some lightning rounds.
What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done abroad? What's your most unusual collection? In what ways are you goal-oriented? What do you get a kick out of doing when you're alone? What's one physical trait you would change if you could?
My belly button, it's a little off-centered.
What's the most romantic thing you've done for a woman? If your bedroom was a circus, which performer would you be? The magician, the clown, or the freak?
Definitely the magician, because I know how to make the magic happen.
But that's still not a show. See, a real show would have a little bit of a twist, right? Like a turning of the table, a shoe being on the other foot.
Anna has just chosen Jason here for a nice date, but the tables have turned, and now, of course, it is his decision. What's the secret in Anna's big red bag?
See, the main contestant also has a big piece of baggage. And then once they've chosen their match, that person can then decide if they want to accept the contestant's baggage or not. The picker then becomes the picky. Is that anything? Let's talk about the host. So, of course, I didn't bring up the Jerry Springer show early on by accident. Jerry Springer is the face of this. And he was perfect. Of course he was. He spent decades being the straight man commenting on weirdos. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Jerry Springer show, it was trash TV at its finest. I couldn't possibly get into the legacy of that show in this video, but there's an incredibly interesting documentary on Netflix that goes into all of that. Jerry was generally a class act, right? He was charming, he was likable, and one of the things that made him great was these little quips and comments that he just added for a little bit of flavor. And he brings the exact same energy to baggage.
I'm obsessed with being photographed. Well, she is well developed.
Yeah, these one-liners are probably written for him, but Jerry's delivery was always... See, he's not the only one getting some absolute zingers, by the way.
Sorry, Caitlin, but it is time to pack up and go.
I guess your testicles aren't ones that I'll be looking at anytime soon.
Whoa!
Love your work, Caitlin. So, was this show scripted? Definitely. It had to be, right? So many contestants were actors with other credits on the IMDb. Some of the baggage was just too crazy not to be made up. And sometimes things seemed a little bit choreographed and rehearsed, and the line delivery, I mean, so poor. But like, they lack any sincerity or earnestness, that you just know that these are really bad actors, like C grade, D grade actors, who would do anything to get some screen time, and big ups to them. But it's fun. I enjoyed the show, even if these weren't actual dating prospects, which they weren't. This half hour of ridiculousness was oddly satisfying and weirdly comforting. People love seeing weird people admit to weird things. Even if it's scripted, it's entertaining. What did you think of Baggage? If you didn't know about it before, are you a little curious and want to watch an episode or two? I get it. You can actually watch a couple of episodes on YouTube. I highly recommend you check it out. If you like this video, like, subscribe, follow, do all those great things. If you want me to do more videos like this, hit me up with some recs. Until next time, may your baggage be light and your dating life be lighter. See you then. Peace.